Hello, my name's Hazel and I'm just going to show you how to make a really easy green juice. A lot of vegetable juices are quite concentrated, but because this is an ideal juice to have first thing in the morning, you want quite a decent glassful. So it's really good to use a vegetable that has a high water content. So for this one I'm going to be using some celery and some cucumber, but you can also use things like romaine lettuce as well. Now celery is probably one of the most underrated but most beneficial vegetables that we have, because it's really rich in sodium and potassium and sulphur, and they're three of the key minerals which our body needs. A lot of people aren't keen on the taste of celery, and to be honest I'm one of those, but I find having them in a juice is a really easy way to get that nutrition in. Cucumbers are a fantastic source of silica. That's what normally gives the skin a nice sort of shiny colour. Just make sure you get an organic one, okay? And silica is a really essential component of your skin and your hair and your nails, so it's a very beautifying one to have in the diet. We're also going to put something in with a dark green content, so I'm going to use spinach because spinach is a very mild one, so if you're not used to doing this, it's probably one of the best ones to start with. But you can also use things like kale or the outer leaves of the cabbage or the broccoli stem, so anything really that's got a good dark green content. And the great thing about that green is that it's chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is really like the blood of the plant. And actually chlorophyll is almost identical in molecular structure to our own red blood cells. Our red blood cells have iron in the middle, and chlorophyll has magnesium in the middle. But otherwise they're very similar, so it's really great for someone that has anemia, for someone that's got exhaustion. So and having a juice, I think, is a really good concentrated way of getting that chlorophyll into the body, because there is a limit to how much we can munch through. I'm also going to use lemon. Now lemon is really good at cutting through that veggie taste, so it really lifts the flavour. So this recipe really is a green lemonade, is a really nice way of describing it. So again, you want to use an organic lemon because we're going to use the whole thing in the juice. The yellow around the outside of the lemon, the pith, is really rich in antioxidants, and the skin is really rich in a substance called limonene, and limonene is a phytochemical that's very detoxifying. And actually with the lemon, even though it tastes acidic, it's one of the most alkalizing fruits that we have, so it's a great one to have in the diet. And then just to balance those flavours, we're just going to use something that has a little bit of sweetness. So in this instance I'm going to use an apple. You could use a pear, you could use carrot. I tend to stay away from using carrots because this makes a lovely green juice, but the orange from the carrot turns it a bit of a muddy colour, so that isn't quite as appealing. Okay, so let's get juicing. Just trying to sandwich the green leafy vegetables in the middle of the other vegetables, just so that they go through the juicer easily. And with the lemon you just need to chop it up a little bit smaller because it's very tough. And there you have your lovely green juice. So this is where my juicer normally lives. It's right next to the sink, it's near the fridge, it's near the fruit bowl, so it just makes it really easy to do the juicing. A lot of people are discouraged from juicing because of cleaning the machine, so it's just really good to get into the discipline of, once you've made your juice, before you enjoy it, just give your machine a really quick rinse under the tap, and that's literally all it needs. Now the fibre that comes out of it can just go straight into the compost, and then all you're doing really is just rinsing it under the tap. It just becomes a pain when you leave it and then have to come to it. At the end of the day, we've already got a sink full of other dishes to do. If you just do it this way, it can just be draining whilst you're whilst you're out and about. This one usually just needs a little scrub. There we go, and now you can enjoy your juice. That is delicious. And if you have any left over, just use a little flask like this one you can get from the Juice Master. Pop it in, just make sure that you fill it all the way up to the top so there's no air in it. Pop it in the fridge and it'll be good for a couple of hours.